What dumb rule was put in place just because of you? I used to work for one of those giant soul-crushing corporations where they talk a lot about work-life balance, but then schedule meetings at 6 p.m. They had this employee wellness program, and the official policy, written probably 10 years ago, said they would reimburse any activity that promotes physical or mental well-being. It was incredibly vague. Most of my coworkers just used it for their Planet Fitness membership. But I actually read the policy handbook. I noticed there was no spending cap, no list of approved activities, no specific rules at all. So I decided to see what I could get away with. I started small, to test the waters. I submitted an expense for a $200 pass to a fancy yoga studio. In the description, I wrote mindfulness and physical conditioning. It got approved instantly. The next month, I expensed a $350 weekend rock climbing trip. I called it active stress relief and team building. My manager, a guy named Dave who survived on caffeine and probably approved his own termination by accident, didn't even blink. He just clicked the button. I started to realize this wasn't a policy, it was a loophole with a budget. I spent a whole weekend scrolling through websites, trying to find the ultimate wellness activity. That's when I found it. A 1-week, all-inclusive, mindful leadership and rejuvenation retreat in Hawaii. It had daily yoga, guided meditation sessions, healthy chef-prepared meals, and seminars on preventing burnout. It was at a beautiful beachfront resort, but its main purpose was wellness. The price tag was $4,500. My heart was pounding out of my chest as I filled out the expense form. For the justification, I wrote intensive, week-long immersive program for proactive burnout prevention and mental resilience enhancement as per company wellness guidelines. I was positive this would get me fired. I submitted it and prepared my goodbyes. For 3 agonizing days, silence. I checked my expense portal every 5 minutes. Then, on Thursday afternoon, an automated email popped up. Your expense report, Register 8675309, has been processed and approved. The money was in my bank account the very next morning. I booked a flight that day, before anyone in accounting could have a second thought. I spent 7 glorious days in Hawaii, all on the company's dime. I even sent Dave a postcard that said, "Getting my wellness on. Thanks for the support." The day I got back to the office, the atmosphere was electric. Everyone was whispering. Dave called me into his office. He wasn't mad. He was just in a state of pure awe. He held the printed expense report in his hands like it was a holy document. "Hawaii?" he whispered, his eyes wide. I explained very calmly that the retreat was focused entirely on mental well-being, which directly aligned with the goals of the wellness policy. He just nodded slowly. He knew I had him. I hadn't broken a single rule. 2 days later, an email with a red urgent tag went out to the entire company. The subject, immediate revisions to employee wellness policy. The new policy was now 4 pages long. It had a list of exactly 4 approved local gyms. It specified that the maximum reimbursement was now capped at $50 a month. And right at the bottom, in big bold underlined letters, was a new clause. For absolute clarity, wellness benefits cannot be used for travel, accommodations, retreats, or any activity located outside of a 25-mile radius of your designated office. My coworkers started calling it the Hawaiian Clause. I became a legend. I'm the reason our company no longer has a wellness policy, but a glorified gym discount.